My name is Jack, and you're listening to KGPR Great Falls.
Hi, this is Marky, and you're listening to 89.9 FM KGPR Great Falls.
On today's program, George DiGiorgio and Arlene Reichert, the Bridge Lady, Jane Cushman, event coordinator with Sunday Painter, and Sam, Josh, and Doug. Donna Hughes interviews Gene Price about the Urban Art Project. Welcome to Voices and Views. Good afternoon and welcome back to Voices and Views. My name is Tom Halverson, and in the studio today I have a bunch of people. So let's give a warm welcome to Jane Cushman, event coordinator with Sunday Painter, Sam, Josh, and Doug, all participants with Sunday Painter. And good afternoon to all of you. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having us.
And we're here to talk about a number of things, but let's get right to the nitty-gritty. Let's talk about the next event, Sunday Painter. First of all, why don't you give us a little overview of who you are, Jane?
Yes, I'm with Sunday Painter. We do art events every Sunday in and around Great Falls. Right now we're meeting at the Great Falls Public Library to do drawing from a live model, costumed model. We have a different theme every week, and we welcome everybody, beginners to professional artists, to come participate with our events and to make art with us. And
what's your next event, please?
Our next event is coming up this Sunday, January 7th. We're going to have musician Dean Zook leading our Sunday Painter workshop. He's a contrabassoon player for the Great Falls Symphony Orchestra, and he'll be showing up right after his performance.
So he will be dressed in his concert apparel?
Exactly.
And this is at the Great Falls Public Library, and what time are we talking about?
It'll be this Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. We are in the basement large conference room.
And this is free?
It is a free event.
And who do you want to come? Is everyone encouraged to show up?
Yes, we actually have had children as young as 5 show up to these, and we have grandmothers as well. So we have we span all age brackets. We welcome everybody, and it is free. But if children are coming, we do recommend they come with their parent.
Mm-hmm. And you don't have to be professional or anything like that, right?
No, you can be a beginner. You can just start with colored pencils or just a straight number 2 pencil, whatever you feel like you want to invest in, and we welcome it there.
So any mediums?
Any medium is welcome, yes.
Okay. So, again, that's Jane Cushman, event coordinator with Sunday Painter. And now I want to talk to Sam. Sam, you are a participant art maker, and I think you sell art locally. Is that correct?
I do.
And talk about your involvement with Sunday Painter. How did you find out about the group? And
I think I found out about it. My dad ran across it on Facebook, some of the events they were having, and he suggested that we start going together so that we could get out of the house, get out of our daily lives, and start getting back into the world of art together.
Are you new to art, or are you professional?
I am professional. I do sell my art locally. Right now I have things at the Siren Shop downtown. I've participated in a few different craft shows, and this spring I will be selling at the Artitudes Gallery in Havre.
Now, were you nervous going down there?
I was. I wasn't sure 100% what I was going to be encountering, what other artists were going to be there. The first one that we went to was the Buffalo Jump, and that day was freezing, and it was very windy, so we weren't really sure what we were going to run across. Dwight was the only one there.
Yeah.
But it was a good day. It was a perfect event for us because we were the only ones.
What do you mean the Buffalo Jump? Is that actually out there in Alton?
Yeah, that was a paint out that we did out there right on the top of the actual jump.
Wow.
But the weather, as Sam mentioned, was kind of risky that day. We didn't know if we were going to be able to do it outside or if we were going to be indoors at their actual visitor center. So we announced it was going to be at the visitor center when we heard it was going to snow, and then when it cleared up, we sent all the announcements through Twitter and Facebook and Google Plus. Like, hey, we're going to be up at the jump. Come meet us there. So.
You guys weren't outside, were you, Jane?
Yes. Well, I didn't make it to that particular event, but Dwight was there with Sam and her dad, Doug.
Mm-hmm. That I was going to say that you probably held that back in October or maybe September.
It was October 1st, yes.
October 1st. So you can expect any type of weather in Montana, so kind of taking a chance with that. Maybe.
Yeah, for sure.
Sam, so have you been to a few of the Sunday Painters?
I've been to most of them so far, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And are you developing at all? I mean, are you feeling more comfortable?
I definitely think so.
Uh-huh.
When I was younger, of course, in high school, I was a lot better at sketching, probably because I didn't really have much else to do. As an adult with 2 kids, I don't have as much time to sketch things anymore, and this has really given me an outlet to get back into that and kind of hone those skills again.
And what type of medium do you use?
Normally acrylics right now. I've started to use pastels when I go to Sunday Painter, so I can get a little bit better with that too.
Now, what would you say to someone who may be a little bit leery about going to one of these events?
I would say
you're not out critiquing these people.
No, I would absolutely say just show up. It's incumbent upon you to show up and do the work, and you're responsible and accountable for yourself. No one's going to walk by and critique you or give you pointers even, unless you absolutely were to ask for it. I'm sure somebody would, but we're all there to support each other and just build a better art community in Great Falls.
And now I want to turn my attention to Josh. Josh, you were a participant. Why don't you tell us how you got involved with Sunday Painter?
My wife saw it on Facebook. I've been going for about a month. So.
And what type of medium do you use?
I like drawing a lot, like pen and ink kind of stuff. Dabble a little bit in watercolor and acrylic here and there. I'm trying to spread my wings a little bit and do more of everything a little bit, but mostly kind of like comic book style kind of art. Yeah.
Wow. So you've been doing this all your life?
I've been drawing all my life, yeah, pretty much since I was a kid.
When did you know that you had this artistic ability?
Probably when I was around 12.
Yeah. You done other type of art classes? Did you pursue it in school or anything?
In high school, I took a lot of classes, pottery and 3D art and photography and everything. I just loved it all. So I just, that's what I wanted to do, kind of, and I spent a lot of time doing that, but never went to college or anything. And life just kind of gets in the way, and you just got to start working, and that's just kind of how it is. But it's good to have. It's always something I've always done off and on, and having a place you can go to, having something that's set up, it definitely it fosters that, I guess.
Now, do you prefer drawing or doing art of people or landscapes?
I enjoy drawing people probably more than landscapes. I haven't been to any of the outside ones. So that'll be different for me to try, but I'm excited to give it a go.
Were you a little nervous first time?
I'm a little nervous. Not too bad though. Mm-hmm. I'm kind of outgoing. I think like if there's something out there, I'll go try it out. So.
Why don't you talk? I mean, there's so much more to art than just what you see on the as a portrait or anything like that. Why don't you talk about just what it does for you mentally or spiritually?
Well, I think you're trying to grow, I guess, and it's just a personal thing. Everybody's at a different place, and everybody has different skill sets, I guess, and even people, people work outside the box. They do things differently, So it's if it makes you happy, if it's reading how you want it to read, then you're on the right path, I think. Do
you have any artists that you kind of maybe enjoy more than others?
Yeah, there's a ton of good artists out there. I love like brushwork, like just black and white, like Paul Pope style. I don't know if I can drop names or
please
or not,
do.
Or whatever.
Please do.
There's another guy who's kind of new, Daniel Warren Johnson. He's really good. That's kind of the stuff that I really like.
Now, when you grow up, and I'm saying that facetiously, do you want to do more with this, or what's your thoughts?
Right now I'm just having fun, and I don't know if I'd ever get to the point of actually working in that industry or whatever, but I just enjoy it. Mm-hmm. So.
Do you get out to Montana? Are you from Montana?
I'm from Maine.
From Maine?
Yeah, but I've been out here for 10 years, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you're Montana then. So.
Yeah.
And Josh brings his 9-year-old son, Ben, to the workshops as well, which is really cool.
Is he participating or just kind of watching?
He does. He likes to draw a little bit. He's more of a 3D guy. He kind of makes stuff at home out of toilet paper and paper towel rolls and tapes them all together and makes swords and guns.
Wow.
But he's taking an interest in it and asking me about stuff, and I'm kind of showing him some things just about the two-dimensional stuff,
Are you surprised that he's as good as he is?
Yeah, I was surprised. When I was showing him some pointers, he started definitely applying it. So yeah.
So has he done anything that you're really proud of, a Star Wars thing or some type of art?
Well, I like how he's been drawing. He's been trying to do the drawing, and he's really capturing like parts of the face is really good. Like we did Santa, and he got the eyebrows really good, I thought.
Wow.
And I was just like, oh, that looks really good, man. So,
well, I keep thinking you either have art in you or you don't. It's maybe something you're born with, because myself, I can't.
It's just expression, I think, but it's I think everybody has art in them. It's just a matter of you wanting to put the time in to try to express yourself that way. It's like sort of a different language, I guess. You're learning to talk a different way, you know.
This is the extent of my art, and I know the listeners. The listeners can't see that, but
Perspective.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, there you go.
Thanks for the critique.
There's a lot of people that really struggle with that.
Well,
You whipped that out in no time.
well, 20-something years, I'm a pro. Well, I want to thank you, Josh. Now let's turn our attention to Doug. Doug, you're the father of Sam, but you don't really look like you're old enough to be a dad.
I'm plenty old enough to be your dad, that's for sure. My daughter and I, we kind of stumbled on this thing, Sunday Painter, through Facebook, through the feelers that Jane and Dwight put out. The way we've always done art in the past, as she was growing up in school, is we kind of gave ourselves assignments. We would see something like, wow, I'd really like to learn that technique. This next painting, I'm going to prove that I can do that. And that was our thing. Well, you can only go so far inspiring yourself, so it was great that they came along when they did, because we will actually take media to their events that I would not naturally reach for at home. I would maybe at home, I may be doing a chainsaw sculpture, I may be doing something totally different, but because I can't take a chainsaw in the library, colored pencils and pastels work better.
Thank God.
So yeah, there's a law against that, I think.
Kind of terrorism nowadays. So why don't you talk about your involvement with art through your life? When did you start?
Well, I started when I won an art contest in Monterey, California when I was a kid, and I got a lifetime key to go to the San Diego Zoo. And I still have that key. Haven't been to the zoo yet. I'm 51 years old, but that's where it started. And for me, all of my brothers and sisters were art people, and the only difference between it is having a passion for it. Just like learning guitar or anything else. Yeah, some people may come by it easier, but if you want to be an artist, you can be an artist. And everything doesn't have to be like when you're in grade school, where it's got to be all the exact correct proportions. If that was true, Picasso would have been a window cleaner. So those are that's kind of how we grew up with it, and I love with coming with my daughter. We step out of the truck as daughter and father, and we go to the event. We're two artists. We're equals when we're in there, and there aren't very many places in your life that you can do that you can go in and you be on even keel, with each other. She critiques my work, I critique hers. That's something we keep between us. We're going to gang up on Josh next meeting.
Fair warning.
But, it's you're so excited to get in there and do this, and step out of your lives. I'm a nursing student, retired vet. My daughter has my 2 grandkids to raise. We have busy lives. And for those couple of hours, we're artists, and this is what we're doing. And there are times when I'm not always comfortable with the subject, being a person, and then I've gotten there, and every time just loved it. Because I would have never. It takes you, like Josh said, it takes you out of the box a little bit, just enough to show yourself, hey, I can draw this person, this portrait, or I can create a nice art piece, with this media, and have good fellowship with other people, So
inside the box, what type of art were you doing?
Well, inside the box, I'm a car guy, so I was always doing kind of architecturally correct car pictures. And if you do paintings of cars or aircraft and there's anything wrong with it, the people that love those things that can't paint to save their lives will just badger you to the point you want to throw it in the closet. So when you get credit for it, you're getting credit from 2 different communities. One, the people that admire what a 69 Camaro is supposed to look like in a painting, or a P-51 Mustang, and the other artists that say, yeah, and it's a great painting.
Wow. That's a good point. Good point. Trying to please both sides. And
it's like the ultimate challenge.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of artists out there that are good artists, but they're not car people. Like a rancher can tell you everything about the cow, but could he draw the cow?
So do you use actually, does this come from mind, or are you looking at a?
No, I'm almost exclusively with photographs or a live event, because I don't feel my mind, because of the different things I've done in my past, when in the Air Force and everything. because I don't have that library of things going on in my head, that my mind is not good enough to create the work that I want to have as an end product. Now, I may come up, I'll have the concept and the idea will come completely out of my head, and I'll draw it out. But then I'll say, now I need to go get a resource for this car. Or I want the lady to be doing this in the picture. I need to go get some resources so I can get some good lighting or whatever. So I always go to those resources and kind of careful about how I kind of put those back into the picture.
Now I'm thinking the painter would probably know more a little bit than just the admirer as far as discipline or which way to paint or how to paint.
Sure.
Kind of like
which
poetry.
Brushes to choose.
Yeah, exactly. I find that with poetry, there's a lot of good poets out there, but actually to get up and read the poetry is a whole other subject. So, again, we're talking with Sunday Painter, the whole group here. We've got Jane Cushman, event coordinator with Sunday Painter, Sam, Josh, and Doug. All participants. I want to thank you all for coming in. Jane, I want to go back to you and talk about, again, what's coming up this Sunday. I guess it's tomorrow.
That's right. So Sunday the 7th, we do have Dean Zook coming directly from the Great Falls Symphony Orchestra. He'll be posing with his contrabassoon for our painting workshop. And that's this Sunday at the Great Falls Public Library from 1 to 4 p.m.
What else do you have coming up?
The Sunday the 14th, the library will be closed in observance of the Martin Luther King Day holiday. So we're actually going to be meeting from 1 to 4 p.m. at Fritz's Auto. We'll be meeting in their large classic Cadillac showroom. This one you'll want to bring a sketchbook to draw your favorite cars. And special thanks to Fritz Seitz, Michael McGeorge, and Seth Long. And on Sunday, January 21st, from 1 to 4 p.m., we'll be at the Great Falls Public Library. We have Mike and Tammy Lucas from A to Z Scuba posing in scuba gear alongside our special guest mermaid, Tempest, for our scuba mermaid encounter. And then on Sunday, January 28th, we will be at the Great Falls Public Library again, 1 to 4 p.m. And we have Michael Sherrard of Shelby posing as the Mountain Man. We're going to have special wildlife taxidermy provided by Sean Dawson of Timberland Taxidermy. And it looks like we'll have a deer, and we're hoping to get a bear for this special event as well. And we want to also thank the Great Falls community and the Great Falls Public Library for making all these events possible. So we're on Facebook. We are also on Pinterest, which some people do like a lot. We put all our event photos on there. So usually we take a lot of photos at the event. We'll put them up afterwards. And you'll see the art. You'll see the model. You'll see the venue. You'll see people making art. And it's just one way that we can share the events with the community and if someone wasn't able to make it.
How do you find all these people, these different places?
We just reach out. Sometimes we find a Facebook page. Sometimes we find a website. We send a contact through the form. We let them know who we are, what we're all about, what we'd like to do, and ask them, hey, can we pose? Would you pose for us, or can we set something up at your facility? The library has a couple dates where they're closed for holidays, so we've had to look for some outdoor opportunities that aren't technically outdoors, but at different venues.
And you are looking for models, aren't you?
We are still looking for models, yes. So if you've got an interesting outfit that you wear or a special costume that you really like, we would be interested to find out more about you. Have you contact us, info@sundaypainter.org, or check out our website, www.sundaypainter.org, and see what our previous models have done.
It's a great website. And again, I first discovered your group. I think you sent me something via email.
Yes.
And what I really liked about it was World War II airplanes in the ladies. It looked like they could step out of that time.
Yes.
With their,
and Sam's the one who connected us with Serena, the owner of the shop that has all the vintage clothing.
Mm-hmm. And then you talked about getting a hold through Facebook. How did you do that? You just sent out a general...
Oh, no, we contact everyone individually.
But like, Doug?
Oh, yes. We have the Sunday Painter group, and then we set up the events. So if they were looking at events in Great Falls, ours would have shown up in the list of events that were coming up.
Again, these events are free, no charge, no pressure, no competition, no instruction or lecture. These art workshops are put on purely for fun. So again, I want to thank our guests today, Jane Cushman, Sam, Josh, and Doug. Thank you for being here on Voices and Views.
Thank you.
Thank you.